This will throw them all off.
And then the Doomslayer comes in, and you hear heavy metal.
I wonder if there's cute cat metal. That would be awesome.
I don't know. Anyways, we're live now.
This is so adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable.
It's awesome. Aww.
That is just adorable. But I'm guessing there maybe is a little something more in that bottle. That cat look dazed.
Catnip.
Oh my gosh, it's so adorable.
Oh, they match.
Oh my gosh, I just want to pick the cat up.
Carly, what are you looking at? It's wet.
Aw.
That's just adorable. Worship us, human. These cats know what they're doing. Not slick. My God. That cat has achieved nirvana.
Yeah.
And then a furry is born. Oh my God. It's like a stuffed animal that came to life.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I might be ODing on cuteness. Anyone else?
No, let's keep this going. This is the stream now.
Rabbits and cats.
This is the stream now. Just nothing but kitties.
You know, the sad thing is we might actually reach trending.
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Fight it. You could do it, kitty.
And merges with the carpet.
No.
Plead, plead, plead.
His name should be Theodore for some reason.
Yeah, start naming them.
Oh boy.
Aw.
gonna grow up protecting each other from danger.
Or attacking each other.
Okay. Yeah, that cat knows it's the king here. It's like it expects the human to do it.
Only if it was that easy to give my cat a pill.
มือก็มีแค่เนี้ย
เดี๋ยวใจเย็นลูก
And then it falls over.
I was gonna say, where is it putting it all? Its stomach has to be the size of a quarter. Okay,
Oh my gosh!
You don't see the diarrhea afterwards?
Oh. Oh, that cat is living life right there. That.
Yeah.
No, I think he's living that one. That toothbrush must be like super comfortable.
Yeah.
That toothbrush.
That cat knows how to live.
I want to get that toothbrush.
Are you going to use it after the cat?
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool toy.
Oh yeah, keep them busy.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if someone's going to do the red laser on there.
Someone has to.
The cruelest thing I've seen someone do is use the red laser and aimed it at another person. The cat. I think it may have been a dog, but yeah, it's what it is.
Did anyone else's pause?
Yeah, mine's did.
It's a terrible, terrible
He
thing.
must have said too much cute. Oh no!
Then we'll
not what
just
I
sock
wanted
him in
to
the
see.
gut with an ugly.
This is not what I wanted to see after that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
can we put some cute cat ears on him and maybe just have him paw at a ball?
Yeah. Turn Trump into a cat girl.
Yeah. So I didn't know how to properly transition to the next subject. So, like I said, like normally, Revenge of the Dreamer is a host, and I'm just sort of here, just chilling. You know?
All right, we had our cake. Let's have our cod oil.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, there was like a shooting in the synagogue. I don't know the details, but we can count on good old Mr. Trump to tell us what's going on.
Here's another
Something has to
disaster.
be done. Something
Yeah, it was
has
a
to be
synagogue
done.
this
But
time.
it looks like the results are coming in, and they're far more devastating than anybody originally thought in the
It's a
morning.
natural
In the morning,
disaster,
they
you cocksucker.
thought that it was a shooter, but they had the shooter, or they soon would. But the results are very devastating. You're seeing the numbers come in. If they
Here,
had
have a hat.
protection
Whose boat is
inside,
this? Show up to
the
the center.
results would
Whose
have
boat
been
is this?
far better. This is a dispute that will always exist, I suspect. But if they had some kind of a protection inside the temple, maybe it could have been a very much different situation. They didn't, and he was able to do things that unfortunately he shouldn't have been able to do. I hear the police were outstanding. I heard the police did an incredible job, and as you know, numerous police were badly injured. But again,
Maybe I
law
should have bought a
enforcement did a
bottle of whiskey
fantastic
tonight.
job. You look at the violence all over the world. I mean, the world
No
is violent.
wonder.
The world is a
Okay.
violent
Like,
world.
did they have info of the shooter?
When you're
Sorry?
Info
they-
on the
they-
shooter.
Yeah, did they catch the shooter?
I mean, I'm not sure.
Not fully certain.
This is-
Basically, from what I've gotten from trickle down, like, The guy is hardcore fucking white nationalist. I don't know if he's alive or dead. Hopefully dead for the family's sakes.
Oh, that makes sense then, because synagogue is something Jewish, right?
Yeah.
The Jewish.
Oh no! Of course.
Yeah.
Do you see why this is a problem? Like, these guys are getting radicalized online, and they see this.
Well, it's not even radicalized online. Let's finish out the clip and then we can talk about it.
Sure.
Okay.
Over it just sort of goes away, but then it comes back in the form of a madman, a wacko. I think one thing we should do is we should stiffen up our laws in terms of the death penalty. When people do this, they should get the death penalty, and they should have to wait years and years. Now the lawyers will get involved, and everybody's going to get involved, and we'll be 10 years down the line. And I think they should stiffen up laws. And I think they should very much bring the death penalty into vogue. Anybody that does a thing like this, that innocent people that are in temple or in church, we have the
read off paper, motherfucker. Read off paper.
What if that is a prepared statement, though?
Then I reiterate, how did we get this far as a species? Dumb luck is the best answer, and Black Lightning gave it tonight.
Oh my gosh.
This
stare into the void.
Stare into the void. Stare into the void with me, kids.
The ultimate price. They should pay the ultimate price. I felt that way for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you like this? Is a. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like the people that are out on Discord tonight, the people that are out in comment sections and on Twitter, the ones that are celebrating this, no longer trolls, guys. These are the real fucking people that are posing as trolls. The trolls have gone underground for at least probably the next week or so. I'm just saying, like, this is what it is. Like, the people celebrating this, they're one of two things. They're either the next mass shooter, or they're going to be the next mass shooter, and when it comes back around in 20 years. So 2030, they'll be the next mass shooter.
Yeah, see, like, this is like a little theory of mine, is that these people, when, you have these incredible radicalized change, this utopia that you want to happen so badly, and these people are fear-mongering you into believing this way, and once you realize that you won't get what you want, you just start to go to drastic measures to achieve it. At least that's what I'm getting from this, right? Like,
listen, it's the listen and believe. Like, I will sell you utopia today if you do horrible things in my name.
Yeah, these people don't get it. Like, the world isn't as bad as they think it is. Like, yeah, there are bad and messed up things, but these people need to realize that this nation was built on lots of compromise, and people forgot how to compromise.
I mean, if I could be blunt with you, like, ultimately what's happening here is that we're seeing the feedback loop. Like, it's just like between the two the extremes are running the dialogue now. There's no way around it.
Yeah, it sucks. And they've buried themselves in their trenches. They don't want to hear each other out.
And they're dragging us all in. Like, pick a side. No, I don't want to pick a side. You're both assholes. You both want me dead for various reasons. No.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like, geez, you guys. Like, what you both want could be achieved if you just work together.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that then you'd have the Night of the Long Knives on fucking steroids, The authoritarians can't be slighted, man. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the media kind of thrives on this. Like, they're excited. Like, oh my gosh, we get people riled up easily. Boom, ratings.
Well, can I give a counterpoint to that real quick?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I've been thinking and I've been listening to the fucking buzzwords of media. Here's the hierarchy. The people that really thrive on this are the politicians that are using divide and conquer politics. And it doesn't matter what you're dividing and conquering. As soon as you start that divide and conquer shit, like them versus us, not this is the issue, I disagree with them. It's them versus us instead of that, Wear your red shirt, wear your blue shirt. You need to fall in line. When you start that, that's where it begins with the politicians. Then the next step is the people consuming this stupid shit. Excuse my language, I don't want to get you banned off YouTube. But ultimately, it's the people consuming this garbage. And then it's the media just feedbacking it right back up to the politicians. Like, they're vultures, no doubt. but the media wouldn't be playing this if people weren't watching.
Okay, so you think it trickle downs from the politicians, right?
Yes. In all honesty, I think that that's where it starts. They point a finger in a direction, people fall in line, the media then feeds the direction that the people already want. It's a feedback loop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can understand that.
Sorry to kill the conversation.
Oh, no, this is really interesting.
Yeah, it's just, you know, people want controversy. If there's no controversy, there's no story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucks though. So like, what? So these are like two events, inspired by someone with far right.
Oh no! This is a small wave. This is on the. I know this is going to sound paranoid, but this is on the level of when Obama was reelected. You remember the church burnings in 2012?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there were church burnings.
Oh, really?
I think I may remember that.
Yeah,
but I probably was too young to commit it to me.
So, if I could take a moment here, like the church burnings, this is the same kind of thing. I thought it would happen after the election. I was wrong. It's happening now because in Kentucky this week we've had one successful mass shooting in Louisville, and if it wasn't for, and trust me, a lot of things have come out, and he was, racist. He wanted to go to a predominantly black church but couldn't get in because they weren't having service. And then he went to a Kroger and shot up a whole bunch of people. And one of the people overheard, "White men don't shoot their own." But because we're in Kentucky, he got two people, and then he had a whole bunch of people start firing back at him.
Right.
I'm not kidding. That actually happened. This was in Louisville, Kentucky. The second one was an attempted. Thank God it was an attempted. I think it was either on Thursday or Wednesday. But there was this nut job that harassed someone in another state. She called the Kentucky police, and they followed through. God bless them for doing it. He had he had a plan of attack for school shootings and 150 some odd rounds of ammo. This is a dangerous time in American history.
Yeah, this is just terrible.
I mean, it's the feedback loop. People are saying this is, this is organized and false flag. No, this is a whole bunch of lunatics feeding off of each other right now. This is feeding frenzy. This is dogpile. We've seen this. I see it on the internet every day.
Yeah, this is why I take my break from the internet, especially Twitter. Oh my gosh.
I keep getting banned off. I'm on my third account.
Yeah, I try to keep people positive. Like, you notice on my tweets, like I try to uplift people. Like, hey, have a nice day, have a great day. Here's sending positivity your way, because it's so negative. People just, I guess, stick to negativity and just let it control them. Like, yeah. I understand. Like a lot of them, they don't really want it, but it just finds them, and they're just, I guess, consumed by it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no argument there. This is. You can't take the reality, or you can't take the false reality is reality, and the reality is false reality. That's what's happened. People have flipped it in their head. Like, the internet is not fucking real, guys. Discord drama is stupid.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is still going strong.
So the whole thing with like Kraut, JF, Coach Red Pill, all that stuff, let's be honest, it's not gonna go down in the history books.
No.
People 50 years from now aren't going to talk about the Krautonine or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, the sad thing is that even the people that are mass shooters right now, you're not going to be remembered. You know that, right? You're getting your 30 seconds of fame, and then we're on to the next one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when everyone's special, no one is.
Yeah. And you're not going to get the numbers Columbine did. Those days are fucking over, kids. Because we'll fire back. Trump is saying, "Oh, if they were only armed." No. I bet they were armed. The police came in, lickety split. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. It sucked.
I don't know. I never really got the whole army teachers thing. I mean, I'm fine with maybe security guards in the school having guns, but it's like I don't understand how like people can say, "Oh, I feel safer knowing my teacher has a freaking rifle, like in the back of the room." Like,
Yes, my teacher has an AR-15 in her back.
My teacher has a few hand grenades and gonna happen to me. But I mean, what was it? A newscaster actually said, and I don't know if you can find the clip, but they said it while they thought they were off the air. After Trump's comments of if they would have been armed, they said it would be a great thing if they didn't need to have someone that was armed there.
Yeah, a lot of these solutions are really unrealistic. Like,
Yeah.
I guess certain people on the right wants everyone to get armed, and certain people on the left wants everyone to be disarmed. And like, oh my gosh, you can't. Like, both of these can't happen. You can't
Yeah.
ban guns because you'll create a grandfather effect, and there will be people with power over people who weren't able to get a gun before the law went into effect. And then you have,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Stupid. This is a level of stupid that I don't think I've seen in my lifetime.
yeah.
Which is saying something. I lived through Bush, for fuck's sake. I miss Bush. I would kill to have Bush right now.
It's actually pretty sad. We're at a point where Bush actually was a pretty reasonable person.
I know.
If you actually like look at his policies, like I remember, like I'm like by no means am I saying Bush was a great president. He wasn't.
Oh no.
There are a lot of things I can attack him on, but like when you compare his presidency to the presidency now, his policies are actually pretty damn liberal, like
Yes.
moderate.
Yes.
Like it's actually really sad. In fact,
Liberal
Bush
and
is-
competent. Competent.
In fact, Bush
Sorry.
was what? Pro-diversity. I mean, his
Actually,
like, cabinet
yeah.
was like so diverse, you know.
He had one of the biggest. I would have loved to see him as a president. Colin Powell. Like, I love that man.
He was Secretary of State.
He was, and he was actually coming out against Bush in the second term for some of the policies that he placed, including the Iraq War. But he stood by, and you could see it in his face, and he was less and less present when the Iraq War was happening. But at the same time, he stood by, but he also tried to fight it from within. Rumsfeld's War is a great documentary on the subject. Like, he was the Black McCain, if you'll excuse the analogy.
No, you know, Colin Powell actually received a few electoral votes last 2016 election, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he did. I can actually look at it. It was funny though because of how polarized like this whole election was, how crazy it was. You know, Trump won the electoral votes, but like a lot of people like just didn't like wanted to side with like either candidate. So people would write in like it was amazing. One person wrote in John Kasich. Another person, no, and this guy didn't even run. It's amazing. Wrote in Ron Paul. Ron Paul received an electoral vote, and he didn't even run that year.
Me and one of my family members, since we're in a red state, we wrote in Bernie. I know that seems cringy, but fuck him.
No. But Ron Paul actually received an electoral vote. Bernie Sanders actually received an electoral vote as well, I think. And Colin Powell actually received electoral vote. And then, of course, there was one dude, I forgot his name. It was like the leader of the anti-Keystone pipeline thing. And, yeah, that was pretty much it.
Well, that was a random.
That was random.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get how the Electoral College works, and so they believe that their votes don't matter because the popular vote outnumbered the electoral votes in 2016 election, but Trump still got in because of the Electoral College vote. And that could really, I guess, create this era of cynicism for the people of America because they don't know how it works. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That you can't blame on the education system. Like, geez, they don't teach you how it works until you get into college.
Well, not even that. Just critical thinking would be a nice thing to have before you can have a college degree. That and maybe child support, or not child support, but Childcare, and also I would love to see like home economics be a forced course. Like you should be able to cook, balance your books. Just saying.
We were actually having a conversation, not in crowd server, I think it was in another server, where someone was saying that like it would have been amazing if like they had like a mandatory like home economics, because like so many people would save money, right? Because a lot of people out there just simply just never learn to cook. Men, women, they just, you know, take out you know, fast food or whatever, you know, Amazon Fresh like every single day. Right? Think about like how much money people can save. I mean, just by making like, let's say eggs, right? So some people apparently can't make scrambled eggs.
What?
Like, yeah, I'm puzzled by that.
Yeah, I am too. Like you could even do it from powder. It's not hard.
Like I learned to do it when I was like what, middle school, maybe even a little bit younger. It's one of the easiest things you could do, right? But there's so many people out there that could clearly like save a lot of money if they just like brought in their own lunch to work, or if they just made their own lunch, I mean their own breakfast at home, right? But it's not just that though. Paying taxes, it's kind of mandatory here. If you want to live in the United States, there's no class for it. Last time I checked. Like, you just sort of expect that to just, like, learn that on your own, right? But, I don't know. Like, you don't think there should be a class on, like, finances or something?
What do you guys think? I mean...
Yeah, that'd be great. We need, I guess, classes that teach us, like, basic life skills.
Yeah.
That way we don't grow up just being drones.
I mean, I'm still pretty much for, yeah, we don't become NPCs. No, but I'm still pretty much for, you know, math and science and that sort of stuff. Like, I actually could make a decent case of why calculus is actually an important class for many people. As I think that it actually helps people, like, use their critical thinking skills. The problem is, though, it's really hard to teach math in general. It's hard to, like, make math an interesting course for people. So... in reality, calculus is actually a pretty easy class, because the hardest classes are the basic math, right? Most people just don't find that interesting, so yeah, they're gonna struggle to that, right? So I honestly think that it only takes like one good math teacher to make a difference, and I feel that, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, because I think I'm pretty good in math, but I don't know, I never saw math as like that monster. How do I explain this though? I think it's just that people don't have good math teachers, and I think math, at least algebra can definitely like help people like learn to, you know, actually like use their brain, learn to actually like think critically. But it's just not taught well, so yeah. Going on a tangent there.
Oh, dude, we're all doing that at this point, I think.
Yeah. Might as well just go on a tangent show.
Brief tangent.
Yeah. If you want, we can move on.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The bombing. And I know Deacon has talked about it to death, but
yeah, I was
fighting
the tide on that one.
Yeah. You have any thoughts on that, Black Lightning?
What?
On the bombing? The bombing at
bombing.
Yeah.
Oh, the pipe bomber.
Florida man. Yeah.
Florida man lives.
Man. Yeah, like this guy. I guess he had a history of unstable behavior before then. Before now. And I guess this time he finally got caught. So yeah, all I can say is that, geez, we need to keep an eye on these kind of people.
I mean, I don't know if I can get the video here, but for what I understand though, this guy was like a huge fanatic though. Like, I think on his Twitter, which I think they did verify that it's his. Correct me if I'm But he would post like a lot of like things about the Jews and all this sort of things.
Oh boy.
Like yeah, like all those like typical things
Uh-huh.
that you would find on certain Discord servers, right?
Oh, so I guess this guy who's I guess has a history of being unstable just
No, it's
happens
not
to
just
find this.
it's not just
Yeah,
that though. Hold on, sorry. Apparently
yeah.
like he used to work in Fort Lauderdale, right? Fort Lauderdale, Florida,
Right
in
now.
this restaurant, right? This pizza place. And apparently like the owner of the restaurant, like basically said that he would like normally complain about the Jews, about the blacks, about the Hispanics. So, yeah.
Oh,
But go on.
oh, I see. Yeah, and then just I get. Oh yeah. So, yeah, what a terrible guy.
The whole time while this was going down, I was trying to tell people in chats that I was in, like, straight up, does it fucking matter if he's right or left? This is bad for the country. Like, this is dangerous. Like, I'm worn out from this,
Yeah. I'm trying to be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. That we can attribute it to his unstable behavior, but he just happens to just find this racist rhetoric, and I guess got radicalized through that. And well, he just found a call to action because of that, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
trust me, we're all kind of in the same boat of being weary of the landmines around us because of the way that people have presented this. Like, I remember.
Oh yeah.
You remember a couple of years back when someone started posting this meme? Maybe it didn't make a rounds in your circle, but like, saying you're not a racist is something a racist would say. What?
Oh yeah, that is.
Like
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
like these people are getting more and more active and more bold just because people have destroyed the word Nazi. Like, you've called everyone a Nazi to the point where it's meaningless.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree there. We should have had the word have a strong special meaning. Like,
Don't you
I don't
just
know.
love the Hitler
It-
fallacy? Just compare your opponent to Hitler or Nazi.
yeah,
Everyone I don't
it-
like is a Nazi.
Like, this is why whenever I talk about politics or anything, like, I try to avoid making any sort of comparison to the Nazis, because it's really easy. It's really
Oh, yeah.
easy to just say, oh, look, this person spoke this way, or this person advocated for this policy. It kind of reminds you of a bunch of brown shirts, in Europe somewhere. And it ain't the German Communist Party, right?
Yeah, how they continuously just the opposition was always turned into a straw man, as it were.
Yeah, now some of these people nowadays, they don't care that you call them a Nazi. They're like, "Yep, Hitler did
Yeah.
nothing wrong."
Yeah, there's a lot of people like. I mean, ultimately, a lot of people have come out of the woodwork because you destroyed the word's term. Like the term of the word.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, that's why I always go authoritarian, because it doesn't matter if you're a communist or a Nazi. You probably are going to kill me first, so I'm not really your fan. Sorry to keep hijacking the dialogue,
That's fine.
but I mean, what would you say is like the future here? Like, can we come back as a?
I
Is it
believe
nice?
so, but it's not going to be now.
I think we'll come back. I mean, I think like every few
Yeah.
years or so, we're gonna have moments of being divided. I mean, what did we have in the 90s? The LA riots? That's
The LA riots. We had also Oklahoma City, which was a neo-Nazi bombing.
Yeah.
Waco, which I don't know if it was completely neo-Nazi, but it had undertones of it.
I
Ruby
don't know if it
Ridge,
was
which
Nazi. I thought Waco was just like religious Christians, like not like extremist Christians. I don't know. Did it have a racial component to it?
I'm not completely certain. I do know that
Might
I
be
do know that
anti-Semitic.
it might be.
But yeah, I just think that like things are gonna like things are getting better, but like we're gonna have obstacles. We're gonna have moments where it might seem like civilization is falling, but honestly I think that we are improving. We are getting better.
Yeah, I'm not black pilled on this yet.
Black. Well,
I'm just
yeah,
I'm
black
just
pilled
hoping-
meaning highly pessimistic. Like, yeah, we're all gonna die. And I'm just counting the days.
I'm hoping, and I'm not black pilled by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm just hoping that some fucking crazy half-wit doesn't attack a pole somewhere. You know? I mean, that's my greatest fear, really. Sorry to go dark there, but if you
I mean,
get early vote is what I'm saying.
early vote, yes. Register to vote. Well, I think the deadline's over, but you know, if you're registered, you know, pretty sure early voting.
Actually, if I remember correctly, absentee and early voting goes up until like the day before, basically.
I know it might say the deadline to register to vote is over, but you know, if you are registered, you know, please vote.
Yeah, I'm definitely voting.
I was thinking about it, just not voting because of the fucking garbage the feminists have put out in the last 3 years, but I like Amy McGrath in my state, and after all this, congratulations, you mobilized me, you fucking half-wits. Opposite effect.
Yeah, the reason why I have to vote, because they're going to be legalizing marijuana, and it's not because I want to smoke it, but if we can decriminalize marijuana, that could get a lot of people out of prison for... I don't think people should be locked up for nonviolent crime.
Sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I just want it off the black market. It's
put it
really
in Walmart.
ridiculous.
Put it in Walmart, no one cares.
Yeah, there we go. Make it an over-the-counter drug, and boom, whatever.
You've got your aspirin, and you got your weed.
I mean, for my case, I'm not really a big fan of the Democratic Party,
Yeah.
though. But
Oh.
for Florida, can we please have like one governor that isn't off the rail? Can we have like one governor that accepts that climate change is an actual thing? That doesn't want to ban the word climate change in legislation?
Wait.
Because that actually happened.
Climate change is real? You know that's just liberal propaganda, right, dude?
Oh, good.
Well, I live in a different state, and we're not quite as... And we can't wait to have a beach on our Duca shore. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so scary in regards to climate change. The bad effects, if we keep this up and don't do anything, these effects are going to happen in our lifetimes now. It's projected to happen in our lifetimes. That's crazy.
It's been projected. It really depends on if the methane shelf off the Atlantic seaboard is a factor, because we're looking at possibly, but possibly bad things, worse things, best, worst, bad, good, no, bad.
Yeah, like it's it's looking clearer that within the upcoming decades in our lifetime, if we don't do anything, bad things are going to happen. And it's like, you guys, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be, I don't want to appear as this hardcore environmentalist guy, but there's like bigger problems here. Jeez.
Yeah, my big thing is I'm worried about phosphorus, because there's speculation of the ability to probably mine more phosphorus out of the United States. Kind of the way that we spent the oil of the Saudis before we spent our own. But the huge problem I'm having is just water. Like, what is it? The Midwestern aquifer is running dry. It's the thing that saved us from the Dust Bowl. When that runs dry, we're looking at the breadbasket of the planet with approximately, I think they're calling for 9 billion, not 11 billion by 2050 now. Not good times, not good times.
I think I've read somewhere, don't quote me on this, but the freshwater fish will go extinct in our lifetime.
It's not looking good. Like, we've got too
Yeah.
many people. This is not a cynical saying of depopulation, but we have a lot of people, and we have to have a lot of fucking concessions here pretty quickly. On not only a global, but a local level.
Yeah, the human needs are very straining, and yeah, it's wow.
Well, I think we can do it, but we have to stop wasting this fucking time with...
Yeah.
Yeah, no more of this, guys. Like if you really need to have your moment, like your moment of just weirdness, go find your weird fetish online. That's my advice to you instead of this ideological BS.
Yeah, this ideological divide is just stalling. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys. Like, there are things that are bigger than.
Go find your porn tag. That's all I'm saying. That will help us all.
Sure. I don't really have like that many stories here, and I don't want to have too many, negative stories. So,
Yeah, we kind of went dark with this one, didn't we?
Why don't we cheer off?
We started off good with kitties.
Well, I mean, he prepped it. It's like I warned you going into this. It's going to be a complete complete turn of twist. Sorry, I'm just in a bad headspace with this whole fucking shooting thing. Like 2 in Kentucky, that makes me depressed.
Yeah, I totally get you. Try to look for a video here. Revenge of the Dreamer always has a bunch of videos here. They're interesting. But I think we might have played most of them. I think.
Well, let's just spitball this, shall we? Like, Black Lightning, what do you want to talk about?
I know this is super nerdy, but I don't know if we already treaded over this, but what do you think of the effects automation or AI or advanced technology will have on our society?
Okay, I've got a story for you on this one.
Yeah.
So,
like, dude, yeah.
So back when I used to work at Amazon, because I worked there like I think 4 Christmases. Like I kept getting fired. It's like me and Twitter. I keep getting banned from there. I'm not even joking. But it's a joke because ultimately, like when they were stress testing the conveyor belt system that was sorting shit out, or sorting things out. What was happening is that the conveyor belt would break or it would ship things the wrong way, and we started making a joke that if the the machine started an uprising with a Kindle bot, it would take 2 steps and fall over dead before it got anywhere. Like we're 100 years away from any kind of real threat. Like simpler jobs will be replaced, but like an AI master, nah. 150 years, nah.
Yeah, I don't expect an AI uprising like Terminator. It's anything like that. What I do expect is that these automatic bots or machines will take over these simpler jobs, say hard manual jobs, the
factory jobs.
Very entry level. Yeah, entry level job positions. Like pretty soon we won't even need cashiers. Like there are AIs that are pretty competently can get the job done now. I think
even like 10 times better, 10 times faster.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for like healthcare or dental.
Yeah, and that's I can actually see that happening a lot. Actually, a lot sooner. Cashiers losing their jobs, other positions losing their jobs, and the job market will become much more hard.
I can agree with that.
Into.
Like, what is it? Recently, I had to do a drug test for a new job, right? And one of the things they had was just an iPad there for you to sign in. Like, the receptionist was no longer a thing.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it was LabCorp. Maybe it was LabTech or some shit like that. Excuse my language again. Sorry, Google overlord. Sorry, algorithm.
Fine. It's not like these videos are monetized anyway. So.
Fair enough.
I'm also worried about the psychological effects this is going to have on us as a human species. If this happens, we'll have less and less human-to-human communication or interaction.
I don't know.
Ooh, can I go doom and gloom again? Please. One of the worst things that a parent can ever do. I'm trying, Google. One of the worst things they can ever do is that click list. You know, the thing that brings groceries up to your car after you choose them all. Because as a kid, I remember going through like what is now a Kroger's. Used to be a Mega Market on Richmond Road, and they would like So what would happen is that one of us would misbehave, and my mom, in politeness, would basically take us to an aisle that one was in and just smack the shit out of us. Like, that was socialization. You don't do this in public. And with a click list, you're not getting that anymore. You need to bring your kids out in public. Please, God, bring your kids out and socialize them. But, I mean, I agree with you. Like, the effects of automation, just even delivery systems, they're going to be interesting to watch how they affect people's interactions and ability to interact.
Yeah, I mean, we're already becoming more and more socially awkward. Like,
Yeah.
everywhere you look, there's this common thread that, oh my gosh, I'm socially awkward. I don't know how to interact with other people. Like, that's happening now. Like,
I feel like a lot of that wears off with time. Like, teenagers are socially awkward. 20-year-olds are socially mid-20s, little less. 30s, little less. 40s. I could care less anymore. I've stopped bathing years ago.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
Like,
you think it's just that you know, because us, you know, millennials and Gen Z, we sure love our technology, and
yeah,
we're very,
I think
you know, at this age we're very insecure. So, and of course, you know, the technology now, social media, we can share our thoughts now. Once we go into once we get older, right, you'll start seeing less of this from this generation. So it's not even people are becoming more socially awkward. It's just people are more open to talk about their social awkwardness.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Black Lightning, what were you going to say?
I have to recollect my thoughts.
I mean, we're going into weird territories here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's really interesting to see how this plays out, for sure.
I mean, I got to ask. Okay, so going back to the theme of the night, what makes a madman?
Wait, what?
Like, what makes the mad bomber, or what makes one of the synagogue shooters? Like, what is it? Is it genetics? Is it low IQ? What is it?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I could say that, you know, bad childhood, but it could also be human nature. I mean, some people just snap. It happens. And just combination for it.
Yeah, so I guess the answer could be genetics, socialization, trauma. Pretty much everything, a little bit of everything. No, 9 yards.
I don't know. I
know that.
Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry. I said I was about to correct myself and say, like, I know that that's pretty much a non-answer. It's like, oh yeah, everything. It's genes and social. Yeah, that's a non-answer.
I'm
Sorry.
just saying, like, if we no. But here's the thing: if we knew what was causing it, then we would just solve it, and then we wouldn't have these shooters ever again. So. It's just not.
I mean,
simple. Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds like you're. I know. Like, it sounds like you're not really saying anything. But if we had the answer, we knew what it was. You know.
Well,
I would actually be worried if we did know the answer. It can go into very dangerous territory. Like, let's say there's. I mean, we're already seeing this in China. It's really weird. They have these little social credit points, like how you are as a citizen.
Sesame credit. That's a huge danger to the whole planet.
Yeah, like, if you as a person, like, they rate you as a person, like your social credit.
And it's coming over here.
Blacklist.
It's coming over here. The companies that are going over there, if you'll excuse me for hijacking the mic for a second, but like the companies that are going over there, like Google just got shut down again, but they were over there trying to get back in there into the Chinese market. Facebook is constantly trying to get the social credit score. It's coming here soon, but it probably won't be dictated by a government. It will be dictated by corporation. Like, what is your marketability? What is your ad availability? You know?
Yeah, that's possible.
It's coming. Yeah. I have a video I'm trying to make on this, actually. It's one of the big three, like false flagging, social, and the big D, doxing. Those are the three threats that democracy faces right now from an online presence.
I guess what I was gonna relate it to is like thought crime. If we get to a point where we know what's wrong and we can detect the probability of a person committing a crime, I think that'll go into very dangerous territory because now we're trying to stop crime before it even happens, and that could possibly lead to innocent people getting hurt for sure.
Okay, I have a horrifying thought. You know how you would have an AI detect thought crime?
Yeah.
What about brand devaluation? Let's say I say that Apple is shit at repair. How about an AI that actually markets towards me after that? That's even more disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, we're already seeing that now with these bots, the algorithm bots that we see on the YouTube. Based on what you've been watching, they'll recommend a video based on that, and yeah,
But
they're testing it now.
Yeah,
And these algorithm bots, they're getting to the point where they're learning from each other to the point the creator is not. I don't think they're programming them at the moment. These things are learning from each other.
I think
so. What
someone
I'm
from
getting
Google said that like at this point they have like it's just doing its own thing, you know.
Yeah, they're just, and those who don't meet the selection, they get deleted and they create a better one in this place. And they're just feeding off each other and becoming more and more precise. It's crazy.
So in other words, what I keep hearing is smash my stars. So, with that said, now that we've had our long
times,
like, don't delete us, Google. Don't delete us. Don't delete us. We're not here. We're not here. Go back to bed, algorithm. Go back to bed.
10 years from now, it's gonna be really fun. You guys, I can't wait.
Well, there are things that we can do now, but this is something I need to actually explore in a video and workshop a little bit more. But I've been thinking about the ways that laws need to be in place pretty quickly. We're running out of time on it. I mean, I know that sounds fucked up, but social credit will be over here soon. It will probably be tested in Europe first, since they have the, big ass hate boner for speech that isn't acceptable.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, there's a lot of things that how do I put this though? I don't know. Cause I just think like American culture is like very unique. Like how do you sell to people, oh, this social credit score is like an actual good thing, right?
Type in George Carlin real quick and play one of his videos. I think it was the last one he did. He said that it won't be jackboots and swastikas when they come from. It will be happy smiles and hugs.
I think I remember that one actually.
Yeah, that's how you market to America. Not the German way. We need a veneer of smile. It's a bit like the dark edge of We Happy Few, the video game.
Yeah, man. Brand new social credit score.
Damn it! Why do I keep dragging this down? Oh yeah, we.
Here, well, I'll cheer you guys up of a Coach Red Pill video.
There was a period where I was in a relationship and I hadn't.
Please tell me this is him hitting. Because that would be hilarious.
Disturbing.
I didn't get tested for a couple months because I was kind of dreading.
He looks like a cross between Michael Moore and
did it, and I was negative, and that's when I was like, okay.
Michael Moore and David Crossroads.
PrEP is a pill you take once a day to protect you from.
He does, doesn't he?
An alarm set on my phone. It literally said it had a little emoji of a
he
pill
does.
to take your PrEP.
Go ahead.
My mom would say.
Please tell me this is how to pick up a
I
wolf.
can
This
lay
will
at
be
night knowing
hilarious.
my baby's safe. It gives her peace of mind. I personally pair.
That's how you get a woman.
I was able to
know
skip
I'm not
that.
risking getting.
First, you get a turkey
STDs that are
baster.
out
Second,
there.
while she's
Condoms and
play
PrEP will be
Nate.
good to go.
Oh no!
I
Yeah,
have
I see
3
that.
kids.
If you're not, and you're wanting to.
I have 3
sexually
kids.
active, why
None of
take
their
the
wives,
chance?
none of their mothers want to
I love
talk to
informing
them.
people because we could wipe this out.
I've learned that these guys
that
are
could
the
be end.
antithesis of
For more information
a
about
ladies'
PrEP,
man.
go to prep.
I know. Tip.
Okay, I need to learn how to skip these ads. Okay, I'm gonna play this video. God damn it.
This video isn't about how to handle leftists in an argument.
Oh my gosh.
You're not going to be able to...
You can't reason with leftists, guys. The time for reasoning is over.
Oh my god, he's even worse than Michael.
He's a right-wing...
handle leftists in an argument because they are irrational people. Okay? So forget about trying to defeat them and to prove your point with the leftists. That's...
Fat.
This is such a dangerous mindset to have.
Yeah.
If you get to the point of demoralizing your ideological opponent, you get to the point where you will never compromise with them. See,
it's not even demoralizing anymore. Dehumanizing.
Oh yeah, that too. Like they're just the other, the obstacle in your path. Don't even try to reason with.
They're all them. They're Jews, don't you?
No, man, but us right-wing people, we're rational. We're so rational that, like, we deny...
We're so red-pilled.
We deny climate change. We believe in pseudoscience about races. You know, we're so...
The Earth is flat, don't you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is just terrible. Like,
let's stare into the void. Stare into the void, just start making...
That's not the issue. The issue of this video is how to handle them.
What you need to do
life, how to manage
is you need to manage to handle with your hands around their penis. Just keep handling it until there's a fluid comes out. I'm sorry.
Manage these people in your everyday life, in your business, in your social life, your romantic life.
He has tits.
Classes.
He's
bosses,
trying not to show his tits.
It's how you handle.
Yeah, if you actually noticed, Coach Red Pill. I mean, I guess he's pretty normal built for his age, but nothing impressive.
I don't know. He's got 3 chins from what I can. You know, like you've stopped on the per. Like you've got the first chin, the second chin, and then there's like a budding third chin. It's like Michael Moore. It really is.
He's trying to use the beard to hide it.
I know.
Oh god, it's sad.
How did he manage to buy so many fucking stickers?
I mean, I think Sargon put it at best. He's a confidence trickster.
True.
I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, and there's nothing interesting or anything of substance in his videos, but like, he says it with such high confidence, right? It wins like so many people over.
Okay, now just imagine if I text bubble where we're stopped at right now with "I'm a ladies' man." That needs to be me.
That's a perfect like screenshot, actually.
It really is. I'm print screening it. There we go. Meme on its way.
They're crazy and they can hurt you badly.
How to handle leftist.
Nice music. What do you think so? It's I don't know. It's kind of like the type of music you'll see. It's like, oh, 10 life hacks. Number 10. Don't reason with leftists. Don't
Number
even try
9.
talking to them.
Number 9. Whatever you do, don't look them in the eye. Yeah. Number 8. Keep pants on.
Oh god.
Well,
TLDW
you away yet?
This video.
I'm sorry.
What?
Black Lightning, have we driven you away yet?
No, I'm still here. Like, you cannot drive me away. I'm a complete degenerate.
Fair enough. Like I said, stare into the void with us.
Leftists by avoiding them. And if you cannot avoid them, then you try to minimize your interaction with them and at the same time try to dodge and weave about politics. Okay?
Whatever you do, do not scream at them.
Don't scream at them.
Scream!
Oh, screech. Always works.
Is imagine you were Jewish and you were dealing with an anti-Semite. I'm not talking about slightly anti-Semitic. I'm talking a full-on Nazi anti-Semite bigot. How would you handle such a person if you were Jewish? Well, you'd avoid them. And if you couldn't avoid them, you'd try to like smile and bob and weave and try to get as far away from them as possible, as quickly as possible, right?
Oh,
Same.
Hello?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I get kicked or muted?
No, sorry. Just I couldn't hear you over the video. But what's up?
Oh. Sorry.
No, if you have something to say, that's fine. I mean,
no.
You guys actually could pause the video whenever you want. You know, that's why I'm using Watch Together. So.
I'm sorry. I was quickly trying to get something to drink, so I'm back now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But just pause the video anytime, you know, if you want to say something. You know, you don't have to wait for me. Just I'll let you know that.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, this video's been awesome so far. Be nice if he took his own advice and you know, don't talk to Semites. All right, then anti-Semites. I'm sorry, don't talk to anti-Semites. Well, stop doing live streams with alt writers. Then I don't know.
Okay. If they identify you as such a person, see, they're going to badmouth you to your entire social circle. They'll say all kinds of nasty things. They will lie about you. Oh yeah.
They like how you lied about Crow.
Oh yeah.
Lie and say things that are objectively not true about you in an effort to disqualify you socially. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, you know, because you've done it so many times. I know from experience.
They're gonna badmouth you if you figure out that you don't like, you know?
I hate disingenuous people. Like, oh my
that's
God.
what that is. Wait.
Remember, guys, honesty is a tactic.
So you won't have to worry about
the Patreon
these leftists in your
let
private life and your social life. But you do have to take care that they don't say shit about you to your other friends. And, you know, just lie.
What's with the zoom in into the coffee, though?
I don't know what's with the tablet that's recording the tablet's tablet. Ew. You just see like a fucking pair of tits pop up, like, or maybe a skull, like, just surface.
I don't know. Is the coffee supposed to represent his personality?
What, a void?
Basically. I mean, that's black coffee, though. Like, there's no cream in that or anything. Like, I bet it doesn't even have sugar or anything.
Hey, hold up. I take my...
I'm sorry, you cut out. You have to repeat that.
I said, hold up. I take my coffee like a cold, dark, and better. So be careful on who you're saying that.
No, I actually take my coffee black as well, though. But, yeah.
Lie about you in an effort to make you look as bad as possible, to make you look evil. Because one of the important things about these people is that they do not believe in objective truth. So.
Oh, really? Really? You're saying that? Cute.
Oh my gosh, it's the classic. We have the truth, and you don't have it.
Look at my sports car. My penis isn't. Look at my sports car.
Oh my gosh.
Misdirection, it's beautiful. Oh, sorry.
So they are more than willing to lie about you and say the most despicable lies about you because, well, you know, you're a Nazi. You're not a
red pill.
Leftist. You're not a good SJW. See? So be careful, even in your private life, even if these people seem completely detached from your business or your place of employment, or maybe you're going to college and, you know, you're...
No, he's not detached.
I'm just saying,
matter of fact,
in certain videos, you can see a little name there, you know.
His own little fapping. Self-fapping.
Professors or what have you, you be very careful with these people, because if they see the opportunity to hurt you, they will take that opportunity to hurt you. Okay?
Okay, most of us don't actually want to hurt you. Most of us don't even exist. The fact that you're trying to hurt others is the reason why we're even analyzing you, you dumbass. Excuse me.
That was perfect.
Oh.
Yeah,
someone has to do it. Yeah,
he's
like
just trying to cling into relevance.
I know.
Nope.
And it's sad.
Yeah, no one's going to care about him after this Kraut thing dies out.
finally, when it dies out, crowd can go on, we all go on, and the alt-right is finally back in a fucking box for the next Pandora in 20 years. In 20 years, I almost guarantee you, in 2030, if he's still around, if he's still on this planet, and I hope he is, because I want to see what he does, because he'll come back out.
Is Coach Red Pill basically a failed Ty Lopez?
On some level, he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking though.
At least Ty Lopez. Oh, never mind. He's a failed version. Okay. Never forget that.
Is he a failed version?
Damn, who could even succeed at failing?
Yeah, I know.
As your business is concerned, suppose you have a business and you have some client or some rep who
you scam out of money,
who buys your product.
You know, I just noticed, like, in a lot of Coach Red Pill's recent videos, he does like the videos in his garage instead of his apartment room.
Yeah.
I want to know, is that his actual garage? Did he just go to like a random Home Depot or whatever they have in the Ukraine? And just like he's
what do you mean?
Renting this
He's
out?
living in a storage unit. That's what this is. He's living in a storage. And occasionally he gets to shower at his house. Video.
But I'm just... because I'm just thinking, like, does this guy actually do, like, actual carpentry? Because, like, we're supposed to get the impression that, like, oh, look how masculine he is. Like, he goes here, like, every weekend to work on birdhouses or something.
He's building his perfect wooden...
Sorry, you cut out.
He's building his perfect wooden woman.
Of course.
And you know, there are SJW, just avoid the topic. And whenever they say anything...
Because you can't scam them.
Political, you just, like, nod along. You just nod along and like, oh, yeah, you're absolutely...
Because you can't scam them.
Absolutely right. Again, just as if you were Jewish and you were dealing with an anti...
I don't know, like...
If you were Jew, you heard that, right? Sorry?
I just want to say, though, dude, why do people, like, pay money for this, though? Like, you're paying money just to have, like, what, a 20-minute video of, like, Coach Red Pill telling you, oh, if you meet someone that disagrees with you, just don't talk to them about that subject you disagree with them with. Like, wow.
It's like the fucking civil politics. That's the civil politics in Kentucky. Like, literally, one of the first things I learned in the state I was born, like, it's don't talk religion, don't talk politics, and don't talk sports with people that aren't on your, you know, just don't talk it. Just don't do it.
I mean, this is just like I understand, like, some people may not have had a good, how do you say, education, or they weren't raised in a good environment, so maybe they don't know, you know, common knowledge, but
common
still,
sense.
though, like, do you really need to pay someone like $20 a month just so they can tell you, oh, don't talk to people, you know, that aren't gonna agree with you?
Fire is hot. Sucks. Don't stick your dick in an electrical socket. That's what the level is.
Like, this is like Jordan Peterson level, you know, like basic advice.
I just get depressed when I see his Patreon. Like, oh my gosh, $100,000 just.
No. What's really depressing is when you actually your account on Social Blade and you watch it go up 30 people in 2 seconds.
Oh, you're talking
just
about
saying.
CRP?
Yeah, he literally is buying right now.
How the hell does he have 100,000 subscribers? Like, it took Crowd like 2 or 3 years to get that many.
Yeah, subs. He's buying subs.
Oh yeah, I just checked the Social Blade, and yeah, CRP is, wow.
Yeah.
Like, he has more subs than JF.
Look at his view count versus his like sub count per day. Like, it's off the charts indifferent, you know. It's like,
I mean, no one watches the stupid Benaway podcast, whatever.
I know.
But yeah, like he's getting 1 million views for the past 30 days, but it's just, wow. I mean,
yeah, it's sad, isn't
it?
So
JF has like 40,000 subscribers, and I assume JF is probably more popular than he is, right? Because everyone loves to watch the public space. Or as I like to call it, the Let's Have David Duke or Richard Spencer on show, because that's basically what it is. It's like, oh, who do we have today? Oh, it's Richard Spencer or David Duke for the 500th time. You know, that's basically what the public space is at this point.
Public.
But I'm pretty sure, like, JF, like 40,000 subs, I could buy that, you know? But really, 100,000 CRP? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I hardly hear about CRP.
I mean, he's gaining, I mean, he's losing traction, though. I mean, not even the alt-right likes this dude. Like,
yep.
What the hell?
I didn't, like, he wasn't, was he like this? His
growth? From the beginning, like, it scale, or someone else is buying. I mean, that's the only logical conclusion.
Yeah, look at that. Before now, throughout 2018, around May, his growth was very slow, stuck in the 1,000 subscribers per month. What? It just spiked up out of nowhere. Like, yep. What's going on? Like,
and it just so happens it was like around the time Kraut was rumored to come back to the internet.
Yeah. I guess the best way to find out is look at the amount of comments he has on his video, and if there is a low amount, then oof.
You guys want to actually dig into that? Because I feel I already have a good
I am
instinct
genuinely
on
curious. Like, like how did someone just? I mean, his content isn't that interesting. I know. I know it sounds like I'm throwing shade.
You're saying that because you're just not red pilled enough.
Red pill.
Okay. Okay. I know it sounds like I'm throwing shade, but I don't think his content is that interesting.
I'm sure throwing shade. Yes.
Here's the thing, Black Lightning. You're just another of these skeptics. You see, you're not open-minded to, you know, neo-reactionary freaking pseudoscience, man. Like, you're so
Come on, man. Just go with the just breathe this rag. Breathe this rag.
No, this is a big red flag. His latest video here, 744 views. No, wait a minute. This may have just came out today. I'm going to look at a video prior to this.
But you think his people would be a little bit more on board? I'm just saying. What you see,
I don't know.
What you see.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, honestly, gut instinct, he's buying views. Like, I'll throw shade all day. I don't care.
1,700 views for that. His little podcast. His podcast gets very little views for someone who's getting.
You don't watch the Banaway podcast?
Let me check out that video here. How to handle leftists here. Okay.
The new memes in the waiting room.
You know what? Let me see if I can post this in the. Let's see.
I don't know.
I hated to derail the observations we came up with in chat the other day, but yeah, like, there's no way in hell this guy isn't buying views, because I saw it go up 30 in 2 seconds. No.
Huh. I don't know. I just don't think he's that interesting enough for him to explode in popularity. Like,
there we go. We got the image on the stream, so people can enjoy this meme for a few seconds. So, pause the video, screenshot it. We need to share this on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the gulag. It's going in the gulag.
Yeah. I'm gonna share this with JF, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
For what he thinks about it.
What do you think? I think it's shit.
I think this is beautiful, man.
It looks like Michael Moore and Steve Shives had a bastard baby. It really does.
Oh.
Oh, my two favorite people.
No.
No, but like he's like in terms of like ideologies, like completely opposite of them. So it's like it's too much like leftism, and I guess like he wanted to rebel. So yeah, he went hard. Right, whatever. So yeah, let's see the rest of this thing.
Semitic customer. You just nod along and just like, okay, you're totally right, yeah. And don't get into an argument with them because it's going to hurt your business, number one.
You know, didn't you just say?
What?
Isn't he just like repeating the same thing like 3 times?
I knew I should have got that bottle of bourbon. Man, come on. This is hurting my brain. He just said an just like a Jewish business owner with an anti-Semitic customer. Just nod your head and smile. Shots.
Like I in my kind of videos, like I repeat myself a lot. I kind of broke the habit, but you would think someone like him who's been around for a while would have broken out of that, right?
He's jump cutting. You see the jump cuts between the cameras? What was the original video like? I just imagine screaming in between the cuts.
He probably stumbled on his words, like that
alt-right cock doesn't really go down. He's
I wonder, does he write his scripts?
No way now.
Go from the top of the head though, and he's like, okay, how else can I bullshit my way into this video?
Well, I conned that one woman into getting. How did I do that? Just don't resist. Don't resist. Sorry.
Okay.
They are going to tell other potential customers about you and what an evil Nazi you are. And in fear...
Gee golly, I wonder why anyone would do... you know, you come up and you zig heil a... and you offer to get them in the oven?
This is coming from a guy... This is coming from a guy who's basically an apologist for Pinochet. So I don't know, maybe don't talk about how great your country was under Pinochet, you know? I mean, have you ever seen his video, Pinochet? He starts off with like, you know, guys, I'm against fascism, and I haters, but Pinochet, he wasn't that bad.
I'm sorry, I remember this back in 2016 when fucking Yuzelu and I had this conversation. Maybe it was 2017. It was 2017 when I had this conversation with him. Okay, yeah, I remember when we had this conversation and I said, like, this is a dorm room meme. You know that it's never going to leave like the dorm room, right? And it really hasn't. Like, it's only in a certain amount of circles. Sorry.
No, but it's that, like, people actually think that, like, you know, Pinochet, and it's that, because, like, what was that recent Sargon video where Sargon says that Pinochet only killed, like, 400 communists?
All of Sargon.
I mean, Sargon doesn't like CRP. I don't think he's getting his rhetoric from CRP at this point, but...
No, but he's getting his...
Sargon, I don't know, I'm pretty mixed to negative with him. He's like...
Agreed.
He agrees with a lot of absurd things. Like with the... You remember the Unite the Right rally? The alt-right love to defend and deflect the criticism of the guy who ran over the crowd of people. And I forgot the woman's name who got hit by the car, but he said... The alt-right said, like, she died from a heart attack. And Sargon agreed, like, oh yeah, maybe that's true, yeah. I think she did die from a heart attack instead of the trauma from the alt-righter who ran her over. It's like, you guys are idiots.
No, I think, didn't they say that, like, she died from a heart attack and Antifa trampled over her?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All I know is that the moment that you start criticizing a 13-year-old fictional character on whether or not they're feminine enough, something's wrong with you, son.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. This 12-year-old, 13-year-old character isn't sexual enough. That's the end of Western civilization.
Yeah, thanks, son. I want to blow my brains out. Thank you.
Even though they're criticizing that one picture, you can clearly see in other pictures, other promotional shots, she looks very feminine. That was just that one picture that just, I don't know what happened there. I don't really care personally, but there's other pictures where she does have a curvature to her body.
Yeah, but She-Ra's always like been a 13 transformed adult. It's like He-Man is not transformed into. Do you not even do your research on the basic levels before you start criticizing?
Give me a sec. I'm gonna disconnect very quickly and then come back.
Oh, okay. He's back.
Didn't take long.
Yeah, because there was like some cutting out, so I don't know. Hopefully it fixed it.
It might be on my end.
Alright, so let's go on with this.
Because who knows this person is bad-mouthing you, who knows what position they hold in these other people's lives. In fear, they will start to avoid you as well. Because remember, see, these leftists, since their point of view,
Fear
their
or
political ideology is a moral imperative, it's a morality for them. See,
oh, it's not morality for you either?
No, it's repulsion. It's repulsion at this point.
Okay.
Their morality, their good morality, will mean that you are bad. And nobody wants to be associated with somebody who's called evil.
What the fuck did you just say? They're good. What the? No. Ah! Okay, I'm having a brain aneurysm. Someone take what? Okay, someone else take this because I feel like I might actually be able to strangle him through the internet, space and time.
Black
yes.
Why is his morality or their morality better? Because that's what he's asserting there. Off, like, their good morality, and he, like, puts it in air quotes. Someone want to take this? Because I feel like I'm going to have a fucking if I fucking continue. Oi.
I don't know. I'm in Black
Reverse it. I mean, this is one of the, this is like his sticking point. Okay. Their good morality.
Their good morality will mean that you are bad.
What? Okay, I'm going to take this one. Morality is not subjective on what color shirt you want to wear for your party, you fucking half-wit. Morality is something that is not necessarily easily defined, but it is not necessarily something that you should throw under the bus because it serves your purposes, you cock-gobbling ass-wit. Okay, I got that out of my system.
Right,
sorry.
so like, what is he trying to say? He's trying to like basically like make fun of the fact that they're having like some sort of like moral code or something.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with you fucking kicking out the Jews. Basically, is what it boils down to. But that equals their good morality.
Would have been better if he said good morality with air quotes. Did he say it with air quotes?
He's pointing his fingers out. You want to go back? Let's go back. He's almost air quoting.
He probably don't. He can't be bothered with 2 fingers on each hand.
He probably can't do it. He had a stroke, probably. Watch. 1, 2, 3.
Who knows what position they hold in these other people's lives. In fear, they will start to avoid you as well. Because remember, see, these leftists, since their point of view, their political ideology is a moral imperative, it's a morality for them. See, their morality, their good morality, will mean that you are bad.
See?
And nobody wants to be associated with somebody who's called evil.
They're good morality.
I mean, that is amazing. You are deconstructing the concept of morality itself. I mean, for the love of God, have we really fallen this level where some slimeball that speaks English in another country can go this far? Because in all honesty, it's not even morality.
Well, you know, morality is just a tactic.
It's subjective, don't you know? It's subjective.
Morality
No,
is
it's
just
not
a tactic.
subjective. The Renaissance has brought us such many great things, and we have pushed upon it. I mean, we have pushed upon it with the Enlightenment, and with just humanism, and with, you know, fucking, what is his name? Frederick Douglass, and Lincoln, and everyone else, and the morality of their the morality that they contain is just completely and utterly subjective. No, it has been proven it is the right way. Treat people as equals and fuck the rest. Excuse me. I'm trying to calm down. I just...
Alright, let's see what else is.
Did it crash?
No.
There, in front of everybody. She didn't give a shit. You're fucking crazy, but, well, there you go. So, in your personal life, just avoid these people. And you won't have to make much of an effort, because if in your personal life you start spouting a little bit of politics and it comes out that you are not a leftist, you're not an SJW, they'll rapidly avoid you, okay?
So I have a question. Are you going to make a video called How to Deal with Nazis?
Yeah, most likely not.
How do we deal with Nazis? Have a cup of tea with them. Have an open mind with them. You see, when I was a young boy in Chile, I was a leftist too. But then I started to read up on that Pinochet dude. Turns out our president was actually, you know.
I now know what madness feels like. Congratulations. Bottom of the pit.
A lot of people just need to know how to criticize their own side as well. Like this side. But the thing is, he won't do that because he knows the alt-right gives him attention.
Yeah, he's never gonna say, oh, how to handle the alt-right or anything like that. Like, he's never gonna say anything negative about them. Like, he'll say something, well, I'm not alt-right. You know, I'm Latino. I can't be alt-right. But
how to deal with a violent writer? How's that for a video title?
you know they would throw a fit. And
yeah, I know. They would literally pomp.
Can Coach Red Pill please make a video called How to Handle a Con Man? Please.
Oh boy.
Please, I know you're an expert on it, Coach Red Pill.
Oh, that would be beautiful, and I would watch that video with fucking pen and paper. I really would.
It's just like write down every single word, right?
And reverse it.
Even if he repeats himself, you write that down, right?
But if they know in your, if in your personal life you meet such a person and they identify you as not being a leftist, notice
how's a CV?
Not being a leftist, because it's not that you're far right or even moderate right. It doesn't matter. It's that you're not a leftist, therefore evil. Okay. If they identify you as such a person, see, they're going to badmouth you to your entire social circle. They'll say all kinds of nasty things. They will lie about you. Oh yeah. They will lie and say things that are objectively not true about you in an effort to disqualify you socially. Yeah, absolutely. So
lie.
I know
just
this
lie.
Experience. I know this
lie.
Experience. Oh, it's loading actually.
Politically aware person on the face of the earth, but what you have to say is that you elections, politics, what the fuck is that? You know, that kind of situation.
Sky, water. I've never seen these.
That kind of approach to these people. Okay. If it's your boss, never let it be known what your politics are, or that you disagree. It doesn't even matter. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if you're, hardcore right or just moderate right or even center left. For these insane people, the very fact that
man, like how many leftist CEOs are there actually?
I'll be on. Not many, but I'll be honest with you. Like only CEO, or the exact boss, he's actually giving good advice. Like, if they are a right extremist, don't let them know that you have left leanings. I mean, that is a thing, too. Like, you can reverse his advice on a fucking dime.
Sure. I mean, I'm not saying that, like this is even, necessarily bad. I'm just saying this is, very, sort of basic.
And Black Lightning, I'm sorry to be kind of a little controversial. If you're black, just put on some makeup. Just put on some makeup until you're...
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like he's just being a cuck here if he has to hide his positions.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I thought that true alpha males, can just say that, hey, I'm a fascist, deal with it,
Yeah. You guys will never get anything done. You just become cucks. In the real world.
The meme is changing.
So you admit that the leftists have already won. If you can't be open with your views, whether it's far right, moderate right, or even moderate left, then do you admit that the leftists have basically won?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. These guys don't realize that their ideas just won't work. The only ones who have a chance are the moderate conservatives. Those who know, and they are actually okay. I don't have a problem with them. It's just the far extremist right.
Chamber Deacon and I are begging for Bush to come back.
Yes. I hate to say it, I don't want to put the people of the Conservative Party or even the Republicans, but you guys got to start standing up. No more of this fucking lay down shit. You fucking point this shit out and you join us.
I don't know. Can you blame
kick the far right out? The far right is latching on to you guys. You gotta call them out.
There's no reason for this. I know they have votes and all that, but you've got to save your soul at some point because you don't believe this either. You don't.
I never thought I would say this, but I kind of wish the Koch brothers would step up their game. You know,
yeah, kind of, or at least pick better ones.
I mean, what are the Koch brothers like? What, open border libertarians? I don't think they really like Trump that much.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's sad. It really is sad that, like, I almost want to see anyone in the conservative side. I drool over Mitt Romney right now.
Oh.
Yeah, cringe, right?
These guys gotta do better. The conservatives, I don't know what they're doing. I mean the ones that are in power, the ones who are doing things. I have no idea what this party is doing.
Okay,
you guys are
the meme has changed. The meme has changed. It's in the waiting room.
Oh, do you want me to show this?
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe I should put this. I should like clip out this response to Coach Fred Pill, and then I'll use this as a thumbnail.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, but yeah, I know conservatives. I know them. I know.
Feel free to screenshot this and share it.
I'm sorry, but what pisses me off is that, from a conservative perspective, I'm hypercritical of liberals. Like, I don't agree with some of the things Obama did, including this is going to be controversial. I hate the fact that he killed Osama bin Laden because that puts a precedent for Trump or Hillary, depending on who you hate the most, to kill people extrajudicial. Like, I don't like what he did. What he did was...
Osama bin Laden should have went with trial?
Yes, I do, unfortunately. It might have been on an aircraft at the bottom of the sea. It might have been in Antarctica. But yes, I don't think what we did was correct.
Okay.
And the people that are conservative, you need to have the same strength of character to criticize your side. Please.
Sure.
Sorry. I am spitting into the wind, really.
It's fine.
Pissing almost.
Okay, I can take this image down. Pretty sure people have screenshotted by now.
That you are not a leftist means that you are evil, okay? Never forget that. So, if it's a boss, you just smile and nod and like, oh yeah, you're totally right. I mean, and frankly, if it gets to the point it's a boss and they're just really pushing, you're gonna have to lie. You're just gonna have to suck it up and lie and say that, oh, yeah, they're totally right, and you know these, Trump's a fucking Nazi bigot, orange hair, bad man. You're just gonna have to lie because, frankly, what do you prefer? Having your principles and being unemployed, or having to tell a little lie to some asshole and stay employed and feeding your family?
Don't get me wrong, there probably are some bosses out there that will fire you over a simple political disagreement, right?
But at the same time, I mean, you've got to feed corner. Start sucking off the alt-right like I do. I'm just saying.
Sure.
Hey, these bills don't pay themselves, right?
I gotta stay in my storage locker, guys. Oh, I need
You see what I'm saying? Now, if it's a peer, especially a competitor, you shut the fuck up. Because they're going to use it against you. Fucking A, they will. They're going to use it to, push you aside. It's a dog-eat-dog world in corporate land, right? So what do you think?
Adrian Paladin's
a peer
wet
of
dream.
yours who's essentially a competitor, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to try to use the fact that you're not a good leftist to, elbow you aside and get the job that you deserved, right? And they do it. They do it all the time. Now, insofar as underlings, and this is key. A lot of people think that, if you're a boss over somebody and he's an SJW, you got it made, you don't have to worry about it. See, an underling can hurt you in all kinds of ways, in ways that are unimaginable,
Paint that victimhood mentality.
A work slowdown, and all of a sudden, the things that you're responsible for don't get turned in time. And the blame falls on you.
I've been here for
actively
hours.
sabotaging.
They know where I am.
Your division or whatever post you have or whatever, and they'll do it. That's the crazy part, okay? And you're listening to me and you're saying, oh, they're not like that. They are. That's the crazy part.
That is humanity, you dipshit. He looks excited there.
Say, oh yeah, I just got a new paycheck.
No, that looks like he just put a butt plug up his ass. But no, I'm sorry. That is the nature of humanity. If you won't do the job, if we're not doing the job correctly, or if an underling wants to take your job, they're going to try to destroy you any which way they can. It does not matter if they're a social justice warrior. It doesn't matter if they're an anti-Semite. That is the nature of scummy humanity. Sorry, kids.
Now that I think about it, is that cuckface? Or is his mouth
Screenshot!
Or is his mouth just not open enough? I don't know. I'm just saying he has a beard, he has those eyes, he has that smile.
He's like, oh yeah, I enjoy my wife getting plowed by another man.
Oh, you're fucking my wife. That's wonderful.
That's right, honey. You better enjoy that.
Okay, that's getting cuckface right on it. Give me a second. Alright, this might take a few minutes if you guys want to start playing it.
Oh my gosh. It's that face of...
Oh, I took the screenshot. Now it's going to be...
Oh, okay.
Because from their point of view, from the point of view of leftists, SJWs, these sorts of people, from their point of view, anybody who does not believe as they do is evil. You think about it. Think about the insanity there, okay? As to how this came about, that's another conversation, a long conversation, right? But you have to understand their mentality. See, if you have an underling who is a hardcore leftist SJW, they will try to undercut you, undermine you, because from their point of view, they are resisting your evil. That the fact that you do not agree with their politics means that you are evil, and therefore they are morally justified in fucking you over. Do you want that? Do you want to be fucked over by an underling? Yes? No? Maybe? Come on.
Okay, I gotta say this. When it comes down to the person that I would trust to actually have my back more so than a anti-Semite or a neo-Nazi, it would probably be a normie and then an SJW. Like, normie first, SJW, anti-Semite, and then neo-Nazi. This guy is close to a neo-Nazi, anti-Semite. I'm just saying, they're not the ones I want to trust, because in all honesty, if they find out that I'm Jewish or not of the right existence, they're not going to have my back. If I disagree with them, they're not going to have my back either. They are the extremists. I'm sorry to stop it that way, but to paint one side as more evil, less trustworthy, is retarded.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay. If you have an underling that you identify as an SJW or a leftist, you got to fire that fucker.
Oh, shoot.
There you go.
Oh,
that is
shoot.
lawsuit. Lawsuit.
Hold on, what was that talk about the leftists are gonna get you fired because of your political beliefs?
That's pretty much what's going on here. Like, he paints this picture that you are the victim here. You have to do whatever you can to protect your livelihood. Oh my gosh.
This is
like,
sick.
This is disgusting, though. Like,
yeah, he's a sicko.
Does he really think like we live in that sort of world? Like I said, though, like there are plenty of asshole bosses, and there are definitely those, you know, peers that like definitely want to outcompete you. Not denying that, but like how like far off the rail do you have to be to like, you know?
I mean, let's take a look at his track record. Look at what he's done to other people, and just illegally refusing to give them back their rights to their content, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is scum. He literally does not care about the law. He does not care about morality. So all of this posturing, all of these words are garbage by his actions alone.
It's just, I've always hated this sort of concept, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yeah, you don't do that. Sometimes, I mean, fuck, you constantly offer truce to trolls and alt-right people, and I think that it's just being destructive to both of us.
Yeah.
It's what you have to do at some point.
Sure.
Then again, I'm an adult, and he's a man-child.
He's actually older than you.
I know he is. He's a man-child. I have grown past him, at least mentally. This is like a fucking 12-year-old on a playground.
It's gonna
no.
be...
Fire them. Don't hesitate. Just
don't even oh my god! Don't even think about it. Just fire them. Like what the hell?
Doesn't matter why. Just find something, some excuse, whatever is necessary to get rid of them. You want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. You do not want such people under you, because in time they will hurt you. They will hurt you badly and on purpose, and they will feel glad to hurt you. Okay?
Unlike
so you
an
get rid
alt-right.
of them. The second you have the chance to get rid of them. Because sometimes, you know, you're in a corporate job, for instance, and you have an underling that is sort of like put in there, and you can't really get rid of them because for whatever reasons, right? You got to find a way. You've got to find any little thing that they fucked up, any little problem that they didn't do, whatever, and say that's the reason that this fucker has to get fired or at least transferred to another division or just away from you. Okay.
So he didn't even
if you don't get rid of them,
their political alignment. He just says, "Yeah, just get rid of the guy."
Yeah, just
like,
get rid of the guy.
How do you know that this guy is left-leaning? He could be like a moderate guy. Like, yeah, I just, yeah, whatever. I just don't like
Here's the
Nazis.
thing about like these. No, but here's the thing about these leftists or social justice advocates, whatever. They eventually grow out of it. They actually do. Like most people, as they get older, they get a little bit more conservative or a little bit more moderate.
You know, I can speak. Only had a few knocks to my head. I just conservative every time I get kicked in the face by a horse. I'm just saying.
Sorry. To be honest, that would have been funnier if you didn't cut out. But
fuck.
I'm just saying though, like when people are young, they're very impressionable and they're willing to, sort of, you know, they buy into like a sort of like a lot of weird beliefs like communism or, you know, this sort of social justice mentality.
Or not stabbing people in the back, you know.
Unfortunately, fear and hate does surpass decades of your life. Like you could be an old man just angry and fearful of the other.
I already have my cane. I'm just saying, I have my cane.
They will wind up getting rid of you. Okay?
Shoot
me. Okay. Now here's
Someone
the crazy
please come
thing
over here
about
and shoot
all of
me.
these leftists.
My address is places
like
planet
a
Earth.
customer of yours,
Shoot me.
or a boss of yours, or an underling, right? They will try to hurt you,
with
even
fapping.
if it hurts them, even if it hurts their best interests.
Can you give us examples? Give us examples. Do you see what's going on? He doesn't give examples. He just
generalization, straw man.
Yeah, this is how it is. This is the way it is. So, and these people, they don't think for themselves. They don't have critical thinking. They're like, oh, yeah, I guess that's just how it is.
Oh, yeah, I might as well. I believe it still.
I mean, yeah, this is definitely like a great video to show to young men. You know?
Of how not to be?
No, just I mean, you're gonna
teach
make
them how to be cucks.
I mean,
this is the cuck room.
You're basically like teaching them to be
Cuckistan. Oh, yeah.
You're teaching them to be assholes for no reason.
Don't you know you need to be able to actually pick up a woman and breed? So this is how you gotta act, please.
Oh boy.
I know that's a sad thing.
Crazy, which is objectively insane, but they will. It's irrational because they are irrational. They are irrational people who, for various very complicated reasons, have been indoctrinated into an ideology that is more like a religion. See? For leftists...
Hi, Pot. My name's Kettle. Jesus.
The notion of white privilege is basically the same as a...
He keeps calling the left irrational, though. But I'm just saying, just like, replace the word irrational with evil. It's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
original sin. And if you see that leftist ideology, the leftist ideology that was fomented in universities and that they have swallowed whole, you know, this ideology, if you think about it, has the architecture of a religion. White privilege is original sin. And everything flows from that.
If you want
therefore,
get
doing
at
things,
your opponent, compare them to a religion.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. You all are agnostic atheists or atheists, right?
That's a religious. You believe in the disbelief, so that's religion.
That's just so easy. You guys.
You know, it's gonna
Order up. Meme order up.
Isn't Coach Redpo, like, I know he's an atheist, but isn't he also like a cultural Christian? Just kind of weird. Like, they
I feel like he rode the atheism wave and from this point on. I mean, like Black Pigeon, I don't know where he for all this, but yeah, he is definitely a hardcore Christian. He's trying to get the Patreon bucks, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of these people, it's kind of weird. They say that, like, feminism is like a religion or something, but then they'll say, oh, but we need Christianity, we need religion, you know, for Western civilization or something. It's just kind of weird. So it's like, religion is only good when it's your religion, though. Religion, it's bad when it's a political ideology I disagree with.
These guys are stupid.
To hurt people who do not believe as you do is perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable.
Come on, I can do the same thing. I can say race realism is a religion. It's not based in science or anything like that. I mean, race realism.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically the new creationism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable and acceptable. Indeed, it's not only reasonable and acceptable, it is a moral imperative. Because from their point of view, you are evil. Now, of course, from your point of view, or from the point of view of anybody sane or rational, right? You have to think.
You're so sane,
rational. You're finally good. It's fine.
Think of SJWs as leftists as if you are Jewish and they are bigoted anti-Semites, violent, potentially violent, and certainly bigoted anti-Semites. Okay? That's how you handle them. If you think of it in those terms, you'll be fine. See? Jews have
They're
existed
bigots
for
too. They're bigots too. You got they're bigots. They are the evil that you are not to be, or that they perceive you to be, but you're not because you're not a bigot, you're the realist.
This relates back to my point of thought crime. You imagine everyone who disagrees with you as this evil creature who are going to do you harm. Well, oh my gosh, yeah. Innocent people will get hurt.
Yeah.
It's how... Oh my gosh. I'm
is?
just flabbergasted with this guy.
The words brainwashing come to mind. Brainwashing and then self-lobotomy. I'm looking that up as we speak. All right, let's power through, kids.
1,000 years, and they've handled a lot of anti-Semites over the years, right?
What has survived for... What?
You realize that the original... the original SJW was around 6,000.
Apparently.
He's been slowly biding his time to take...
SJWs has been around for thousands of years?
No, let's just see what he said about 6,000 years. Now, I want to see the depth. If I'm already in the fucking pit, I want to see the bottom. I'm just saying.
Rational, right? You have to think of SJWs as leftists as if you are Jewish and they are bigoted anti-Semites. Violent, potentially violent, and certainly bigoted.
Did he just turn anti-Semitism into Judaism? He did. He did, didn't he? Did you hear that, though? No. If you... Okay, let's go back.
Because basically, he just compared...
Okay. let's hear it again, and then I want to hear hey, Black Lightning, because my brain wants to die.
Okay.
Is original sin. And everything flows from that.
Okay.
And therefore, doing things to hurt people who do not believe as you do is perfectly reasonable and acceptable. Indeed, it's not only reasonable and acceptable, it is a moral imperative. Because from their point of view, you are evil.
Get to the stupid.
Now, of course, from your point of view, or from the point of view of anybody sane or rational, right? You have to think of SJWs as leftists as if you are Jewish and they are bigoted anti-Semites.
Yeah, he did. He did try to just make anti-Semite.
So the Jew is to the anti-Semite as the anti-Semite is to the Jew.
Yes, this is just amazing. This is like a new low and I'm.
Oh, can you screenshot, by the way? That's a perfect, like...
Oh, that is.
I am so not jerking myself at the moment.
But did he just literally try to
I don't know. I think he took the blue pill, if anything.
I think I need to take all the pills and hopefully not. Please, someone press play and let's just get through this.
Violent, potentially violent, and certainly bigoted anti-Semites. Okay? That's how you handle them. If you think of it in those terms, you'll be fine. See? Jews have existed for 6,000 years, and they've handled a lot of anti-Semites over the years, right? Right. So there's no reason that you should not be able to handle SJWs and leftists and be able to survive them in your day-to-day. Because the fact of the matter is, their ideology is going to be with us for a long time before it's over, before it's finally expunged.
Because they're right.
And it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of just, you know, because it's a virus of the mind, okay? It's a virus of the mind.
Fucking
and
the virus with shoes.
Huh? It's catching. The kids are catching it in universities, and we're going to have at least a generation or two.
I'm almost done. Like I
with this virus of the mind, this insanity. And so, you know, you can bitch and moan about it, or you can be pragmatic about it.
Go out there and hurt people. Pragmatic.
There's not enough of beer in my town, and my town is 1,000 men. There's not enough alcohol in this town to choke down what he's selling.
Yeah, it sets a very dangerous precedent with what he's doing. Innocent people will get hurt if people follow through with his advice.
Just remember that you are the Jew, and they are the anti-Semite. Even though you're anti-Semitic against Jews, Jesus fucking Christ!
No, this kind of
up is down, rules peace. This is newspeak.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Babbling. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I don't know why. This is kind of random. It kind of reminds me when Stefan Molyneux used to advocate to cut off with people who weren't anarcho-capitalists. Because in his worldview, like, because they're a statist, they basically support, you know, violence. It's been years. He doesn't actually like use that talking point anymore because, you know, it's not really that popular. But that was like what started the whole claim about Stefan Molyneux being like a cult member, a cult leader, right? This is basically like a diluted version of that, somewhat diluted version of that.
Yeah, and that's also a very stupid strategy in the first. Like, your ideology is not that popular, and you're saying close off from people who don't think the way you do. It's like, you idiot.
What we need you to do is you need to. So we've got these alt-right boots over here and these alt-right penis pills. I'm sorry, but like I need a cigarette. Like, you guys want to wrap this up because I don't want to leave you.
No, it's fine. I was actually about to say that we could just end it here. We've had too much.
I'm sorry, but that video damn near broke me. I'm sorry to hog the time.
No, it was beautiful, actually. Yeah, no, this is definitely, I'm definitely gonna clip this and use one of those memes as a thumbnail. Yeah, well, I hope Coach Red Pill's watching this. And,
I doubt it. I'm hoping he's asleep and he doesn't ever wake up, and then we just find him in 30 years in a coma, and he wakes up one day. Guys, I was wrong.
I still have the theory that Coach Red Pill is actually a member of the KGB. You know why? Because he lives, his residency is in the Ukraine, right? And then there's also the fact that he's been on Russia Today and like so many times. So I'm thinking though, like, guy who's been on like, you know, on a news network that's like directly funded by the Russian government, like so many times, like he was a regular guest, and he also lives in the Ukraine, in a war zone, right close to the war zone. I don't know. You don't think something interesting about that?
I would hope that he hasn't had concussions, but explain a lot.
I don't know. I just think of him as an idiot who's trying to clean good relevancy.
I told someone about that theory though, and they said like, if that's the case, then Russia's really desperate.
Who's to say they're not?
So anyways, guys, thanks for you know, staying bearing with us. I know this was difficult. Usually Revenge of the Dreamers here, and we're usually like watching, I don't know, stupid World Star hip hop videos, but hey, we wanted to try something different tonight. But yeah, thanks for joining, Chamber Deacon, Black Lightning, and well,
thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah.
And a pleasure to meet you, Black Lightning.
Yeah, likewise.
And until then, stay classy.